Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Nick here, and today we're going to be talking about a project that I've been especially bullish on even before I started my YouTube and my Twitter. And, I don't feel like I went into a lot of detail on my Twitter about this project, so I figured, hey, why not do a deep dive into the project, tell you guys why I'm bullish, and kind of just read about it as well to kind of inform everybody, because I know a lot of people are kind of lazy today and they don't want to do the project research and they kind of just want to throw their money to where people are saying, hey, invest in this, it's going to be huge. So let's read why I and a lot of other people say, hey, XRP is going to the moon. So yeah, let's read about it. So XRP, the best digital asset for global payments. XRP offers financial institutions the fastest, most reliable option for sourcing liquidity on demand. We're going to read about ODLs because ODLs are a very key component in this game. A lot of people actually don't know about, on-demand liquidity, so we'll read about it together and kind of learn, as a whole group. So, what is XRP? XRP is a digital asset built for payments. It is the native digital asset on the XRP ledger, an open source, permissionless, and decentralized blockchain technology that can settle transactions in 3 to 5 seconds, faster than Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course. XRP can be sent directly without needing a central intermediary, making it a convenient instrument in bridging two different currencies quickly and efficiently. Key component there, kind of the key use case that XRP was kind of made for. But hey, that's not the only use case, so we'll read more into it. So how is XRP used? Faster, less costly, and more scalable than any other digital asset. XRP and the XRP ledger, which is a huge asset to XRP. If you guys don't already know about the XRP ledger, we will be learning a bit more about that as well. I have it open up top. We're going to do a deep dive. It's going to be a long video, so I do apologize for anybody out there that don't like, long videos. So, yeah, the XRP ledger are used to power innovative technology across the payment space. Ripple is focused on building technology to help unleash new utility for XRP and transform global payments. Third parties are also pursuing other XRP related use cases. So, RippleNet and also RippleX, when you do invest in XRP, you're kind of investing in the whole pie. Now, obviously, these two aren't going to make a huge difference in price of the asset, but these are going to help this asset really bloom. So, RippleNet. RippleNet customers can use XRP for sourcing liquidity in cross-border transactions instead of pre-funding, ensuring instant settlement, lower exchange fees, and more efficient use of working capital. We're going to read more about RippleNet. Open up top, like I said, we're going to do a deep dive. We're going to pretty much get all the info out there that a lot of people are kind of just skimming by and not really reading about. RippleX is Ripple's open developer platform for money. Through RippleX projects, developers leverage XRP and its underlying technology and use cases from micropayments to e-commerce to exchanges and peer-to-peer services. We're going to read more about that as well. And here is, in my opinion, the biggest piece of the pie that I truly, am bullish on is the XRP ledger. So, XRP and the XRP ledger are open source technology that anyone can build on. To get started, learn more at xrpl.org. We are going to read more about this because guess what? The XRP ledger is a work of art, in my opinion. So, how does the XRP ledger work? So, the ledger is maintained by independent participants of a global XRP community, of which Ripple is an active member. Independent validator nodes come to an agreement on the order and validity of XRP transactions. This agreement, called consensus, serves as a final and irreversible settlement. The ledger reaches consensus on all outstanding transactions every 3 to 5 seconds, at which point a new ledger is issued. Essentially, what they're pretty much telling you is hey, when you do make a transaction, it's going to be cleared within 3 to 5 seconds, unlike with Bitcoin or Ethereum, where you're waiting for it to actually go through. This pretty much goes through in 3 to 5 seconds. That's pretty much what that just said. So anyone can be a validator, and active validators on the ledger today include universities, exchanges, and financial institutions. Very bullish, like I said. There are currently 36 validators, and Ripple runs 6 of them, which is 16%. interested in running a validator, learn how to get started here. So let's look at the benefits of XRP and payments. So like I said in my last video about HBAR, I believe that HBAR is kind of more scalable, which technically it is. But I think, in my opinion, XRP is kind of better just in what they're offering. Doesn't mean that HBAR is not going to be, bigger than Ripple in terms of price point, because I think at one point in time, HBAR will, well, it already did flip XRP at one point, but I think HBAR will outperform XRP in price, but not in project, if that makes sense. I think that the project that XRP and the Ripple team is kind of building is going to be a massive innovation to crypto and to even like financial institutions and the financial, market in general. So, yeah, let's read into this. So, fast. Payments moving across the XRP ledger settle in 4 seconds, like I said, faster than Ethereum, even Litecoin, and also Bitcoin. Bitcoin taking 60 minutes, so yep, pretty fast. Scalable, 1,500 transactions per second, 24/7, and can scale to handle the same throughput as Visa. Again, like I said, last video, XRP's pretty much faster and I would say more proficient than Visa in terms of payment service. And I don't think a lot of people really think about it like that. Like we look at, our credit cards, our Visa cards and stuff, and we're like, yeah, it's good, it works, so why change anything? Well, if something could work better, scale faster, and pretty much, just be better in every which way, then why wouldn't it be implemented and actually be adopted in? And I think that's what everybody's kind of hoping for with Ripple is like, hey, this could very well possibly be, the digital reserve currency, which, hey, could it be? Yeah, sure. I mean, it does offer a lot of potential. Now, I think that takes a lot of time, and I think that we possibly could see it in due time. It's going to take a while. And I know a lot of people are kind of doubters that they think that it's all pure hopium, but realistically, what the Ripple team is doing is actually very incredible. And I know a lot of people kind of look at market cap and, the supply, and they're just like, there's no way it's going past this. It's at the end of the day, like, market cap and supply don't mean nothing when the project's there. Like, when you have a solid project and if it's working, then it doesn't matter. I mean, I've seen a lot of people say that about Matic, about HBAR, it's never going to $1, it's never going to this. We're in a bull market. If the project's legit, then it's going to go. So, and in my opinion, the SEC case is kind of just a throw out there. If XRP wins, which I highly believe that it will, don't quote me on that because guess what? I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. I can't really read into it, Not only that, but at the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen with the SEC case, but I have a lot of faith in XRP, and I do think that at the end of the day, I think Ripple's going to win just because from what I've read with, the SEC information and stuff, they kind of already called XRP, a currency on their own defense because, we had this class action lawsuit come out where they basically said, hey, you can't sue us because it's a currency, we are protecting you, blah, 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 kind of just covering themselves. But at the end of the day, if XRP gets regulatory clarity, it wins the case, then, a 50-cent XRP will never be seen again, even $1. I think we will see a high amount of volume pouring in because it will be the first crypto to really get that regulatory clarity, and I think it could possibly flip a lot of coins in terms of just overall, performance. So we don't know yet how huge it's going to be. I just have my eyes on $10 to $13 this bull run, and we'll talk about why I'm kind of there. So yeah, let's continue on. Sorry about rambling there. Kind of just want to give my input on the project and where I foresee the case going and all that. So distribute it. So run by a decentralized network of 150 plus validators globally. Again, Ripple's a global company. It's already ran by decentralized networks of 150 plus validators across the world. It's stable, established in 2012. Negligible energy consumption, which again is a key aspect in today's society. As you guys know, I kind of talked about that with Bitcoin last video and stuff, which, by the way, thank you all for the support on the last video. I do really appreciate that. Hopefully we could continue that support. All ledgers closed without issue since inception. Dedicated team of world-class engineers. Stable. So XRP's 7-year track record of stable technology and governance makes it ready for institutional and enterprise use. Which these two are massive. When it gets adopted into those use cases, that's really where you see like these cheap prices not be looked at as, cheap anymore. We'll look at like $10 being cheap and so forth. So eco-friendly, the XRP ledger settles XRP transactions instantly without the energy cost associated with proof of work or mining. I love it because we live in a green age where, hey, nobody wants the environment to take a toll just because somebody wants to mine their Bitcoin or mine their XRP or anything. There's no mining here, so it's great. And here's the metrics. So these metrics kind of update, here and there. Like you just seen the network transaction fee kind of update there a little bit. But nonetheless, 3.76 seconds of settlement speed, literally at a fraction of a cent. We're not even close to it being a cent for a network transaction fee. When you look at that compared to a lot of the top tier coins, that's extremely cheap. I mean, that's practically free compared to most. And as you just seen, it just drops. So 1,500 transactions per second. It's pretty incredible. We could look at more metrics, but we don't really need to dive in too much because we kind of already know where we are with that. So the next part is the global payments network, which is the RippleNet. We're going to talk about this a little bit. We're kind of going to go into a deep dive, but nothing too deep on it. So join hundreds of financial institutions on RippleNet. We got a lot of banks here, a lot of financial services. Of again, it's all financial institutions. So yeah, I mean it's. I love, like I said in my last video with HBAR, I love when you have named institutions, but these are massive financial institutions that are kind of adopting this project already. So streamline, wow, sorry for that, global payments and reach new customers. RippleNet offers connections to hundreds of financial institutions around the world via a single API. It makes moving money faster, cheaper, and more reliable for you and your customers. It also helps you reduce, even eliminate, the need to pre-fund accounts on the HODL, a service that uses the digital asset XRP to source liquidity during cross-border transactions as an alternative to traditional systems. And here we go. We can kind of see, across 55 plus countries and 120 plus currency pairs. Superior customer experience. Improve loyalty for your business by offering the best in market payments experience to your customers, modern infrastructure, leverage cutting-edge blockchain technology to streamline payments services and reduce costs, unique liquidity solutions, eliminate pre-funding, and free working capital with on-demand liquidity. Simplified network partnering, expand your network and reach key corridors easily by connecting and transacting with premier receivers in key markets. Like I said, if you're a business owner, which if you guys don't know, on the side I kind of run a graphic design agency. It's nothing too crazy, but hey, this is something that would honestly kind of work for me as well, because we do work with a lot of like overseas clients as well as overseas employees, because I'm remote. This would actually help a lot for me as well by pretty much, saying, hey, you guys could pay me over RippleNet or like, with XRP or anything like that. I think this could be something that gets adopted to not only enterprise and just kind of like, commercial use, but just in terms of like even small businesses as well, because I see this helping a lot of people not only save money, save time, but also just be able to settle those payments that are like, globally so easy and so quick. And I see it just being something that's widely adopted. And, with more adoption comes, higher price points, like I said. So, yeah, let's read more. So, decentralized infrastructure, 3+ seconds to send a payment. Modern messaging, 0% failure rate. Love it. Liquidity solutions, $0 and pre-funding. And then they kind of go into a deep dive about like Santander, which is Banco Santander's OnePayFX expands international payments business using RippleNet. 450 million plus euros worth of transactions, 6 European and American countries. And then we kind of have a quote from them. RippleNet helps us directly address the issues of speed and transparency around international payments raised by our customers and makes sending money abroad better. Which, again, this is huge. Like I said, if you're working remote and you have a business that's kind of working from, the US, but you're working outside of the US and kind of sending those payments, fees could get very hefty, especially if you're using like PayPal, any sort of like payment processing, app. Payments could get very, very expensive with fees. And you're kind of taking the hit on that. Kind of sucks. This really solves that problem, and it is a pain point, especially for businesses. I know that, to the retail investor, it's nothing too crazy just because, hey, we don't really deal with this unless you are a business owner. Then you could see this really being something that gets adopted widely by these businesses, these companies. It is something for enterprise use at the end of the day. So yeah, let's kind of read more. We could watch the video if you want, but I'm not going to personally watch it just because I already kind of watched this stuff. If you guys do want to do your own research, like I said, definitely watch these because it is great. But basically, with a single connection, access the best blockchain technology for global payments, payout capabilities in 40+ currencies, on-demand liquidity as an alternative to pre-funding and operational consistency through a common rulebook. And then we kind of see down here, Azimo, 22 seconds average time to settle payments into Thailand. Rockbank, 2 weeks average go live time for the new RippleNet partners. Money match, 40% reduction in cross-border payment costs on RippleNet. 40% is a huge pain point. Like I said, if you're paying out of pocket 40%, that's key. It's $40,000 on $100,000. That's pretty good. So, okay, so ensure operational excellence. Kind of just see this kind of just being like a badge of honor. But yeah, that's kind of RippleNet, which, like I said, is a huge key part of XRP. It's a piece of the puzzle. That's just a huge puzzle at this point. So yeah, let's talk about RippleX, the open platform for money. The RippleX platform provides developer tools, services, and programs to integrate money into your apps. Now, you could create a dev account here if you guys wanted to. Of course, I'm not going to just because I don't use it, but use cases. Gaming, media, payments, tools and services, RippleX Dev Kit, RippleX Wallet, XRP/ILP tools, protocols, paystring, addressing, interledger messaging, XRP ledger settlement. Then we have the protocols here, the XRP ledger. You guys could read the docs if you guys want to. Like I said, this is kind of just bare minimum. XRP ledger for real-time payments and settlement. The XRP ledger is a decentralized blockchain, cryptographic ledger powered by a network of peer-to-peer servers. It is the home of XRP, a digital asset designed to bridge the many different currencies in use worldwide. Interledger for interoperable payments. Interledger is an open protocol suite for sending payments across different ledgers. Like the internet, connectors route packets of money across independent networks. The open architecture and minimal protocol enable interoperability for any value transfer system. Paystring For universal payment address, PayString is a protocol for human-readable addresses for all payments. PayString enables services to provide their users with a single, easy-to-use address that works for all their wallets, payment networks, and fully abstracts complex protocol details. It's like email for payments. And then we got the use cases here. Again, like I said, you can kind of read into this a little bit more. Like I said, if you guys are going to invest in anything, really do your own research because, like I said, I think I'm personally one of the only people that kind of goes into a deep dive on some projects. I think I want to start doing that a lot on, some that I kind of show on Twitter, just to give you guys a little bit of a background on why I'm investing in these. But you guys could read these, like I said, and just do your own extensive research. So, yeah, use cases, payments. Custody, send, receive, spend, and get paid in your app. Media, build new business models that allow content creators to get paid directly. Love it. Gaming, create, own, and exchange virtual goods with others across games. I feel like they're kind of capitalizing on NFTs there a little bit, because Mana, Decentraland, is kind of doing that right now, which is incredible. That's why Mana is soaring in price. It's actually really, really huge. So, yeah, I think that's really cool. And then we have the Ripple Dev Kit here, an SDK that provides libraries and documentation for building on the XRP ledger and ILP. Ripple X Services, XRP Testnet Wallet Sandbox for developers to test their XRP Ledger-enabled apps. Interledger Testnet Wallet Sandbox for developers to test their Interledger-enabled apps. And then the XRP Ledger Explorer, view network status, transactions, and addresses for XRP Mainnet, Testnet, and DevNet. And then you kind of just get started with the dev kit, and you can kind of read more about here, like, frequently asked questions. But overall, Ripple X is pretty much just a platform where you could build, you could even monetize some stuff. I think the media aspect here is huge because we kind of live in a world where content creators are kind of getting a little bit pushed to the bottom, especially on YouTube. We see it every day where, people's CPMs are getting washed down the drain just because, they're not technically family friendly. I think that content creation just needs to get a little bit more of a less shackled sort of system where content creators just get paid no matter what happens. Like, if somebody views your content, you should get paid for that view. There shouldn't be limitations on it. I just think that if Ripple X could really capitalize on that, I think that they have something really good there, as well as for the gaming side and the payment side. But I think that's another key pain point there. And they do have the team to focus on all of this. They're not like a team of 20 where like I said, in the past with Loom, they don't have a big enough team to focus on 20 different things. Ripple does, and they have the expenses to actually pay for it too. So, the XRP Ledger, the best digital asset for payments. You can learn more, you can build with XRP, etc. So, what is the XRP Ledger? A community-driven resource for all things XRP and XRP Ledger. Whether you're a developer building on the XRP Ledger or just getting acquainted with blockchain and digital assets, xrpl.org is your source for technical information, reference materials, tools, and all things XRP. What is XRP? We kind of already did the backdraft about what it is. Fast, scalable, low-cost, sustainable. XRP is a digital asset built for payments. It is the native digital asset on the XRP Ledger, and open source, permissionless, blah, blah, blah. We kind of already did that. It is the best way to move money around the world, the fuel for our growing digital economy. That's why, in my personal opinion, if we do read about what they're doing, they're really kind of getting to the point of pure adoption where we are kind of, I would say, kind of revolutionizing the digital economy world. So let's read about it. So XRP in the real world. Now you guys could, like I said, explore these uses, explore businesses, explore impact, and kind of read more about this. But uses of XRP. XRP is helping solve previously unsolvable problems for people and industries around the world and is one of the only digital assets with a commercial use case. Businesses on the ledger. From gaming to web monetization, XRP and the XRP ledger are powering innovative new technology across the payment space. Real-world impact. With its real-world utility and inherently green design, XRP helps ensure a more sustainable future for our planet and global economy. Like I said, guys, I mean, if you really deep dive into this, the people that are on Twitter saying, hey, XRP is going to zero, you'd honestly laugh at them. I'm not, like, and I don't mean that just because I'm invested in this asset. It's because I truly believe in this asset, and if you read about it and do the research on it, anybody would. I mean, that's pretty much just it. So, green by nature. XRP was designed with sustainability in mind. Contrary to other blockchains that use proof of work, the XRP ledger confirms transactions through a unique consensus mechanism. We kind of read about that a little bit. And is one of the first truly carbon neutral blockchains. Explore the energy consumption of XRP compared to cash, credit cards, and other popular cryptos with the green calculator, which we kind of see. If we go here, just to kind of open it up, you can kind of see it here. Like, this is what I was kind of saying. Like, Bitcoin is literally using 57.09 billion kilowatts an hour. XRP uses only 474,000 kilowatts per hour. And this is comparing to 60 million transactions in 2019, just to give you guys an idea. So if we look at credit cards, this is pretty much what I was kind of saying. Like, you know, XRP is faster and cheaper than, you know, Visa and MasterCard, but it really, like, if we can go to 100,000, so, or 100 million, sorry about that, 100 million payments. So obviously, yeah, Visa and MasterCard do use less, but you are also waiting for it to clear. You're also paying the fees. XRP only uses 790,000 kilowatts an hour to do 100 million transactions in pretty much seconds, and it's cleared immediately. And it's really the if we're really going to compare, I guess the best way to do it would be to kind of just compare like this. So Bitcoin, 95.16 billion kilowatts an hour for 100 million transactions. And if we compare that to Visa or MasterCard, you could kind of see why governments kind of want to ban Bitcoin. They don't want it because it uses way too much power. It uses way too much energy that's not sustainable for the environment. And even if, like, we look at cash, so this is $100 million. Well, 100 million transactions for, you know, just, like, look at that. I mean, come on. XRP, 790,000 kilowatts an hour. Cash, 4.4 million kilowatts an hour. Like, this is why it's such a huge, it's such a huge portion of the puzzle, where we look at these cryptos out there that are not green at all, yet they are flying high in price. Once we kind of get governments to say, hey, we've had enough, you know, this is using too much power, we got to ban it. That's where, like, really big key components come into hand. And even if we look here, like, you know, cash uses 2,320 metric tons of CO2. XRP only uses 450. And if we look at, you know, credit cards, yeah, XRP is kind of getting beat by those credit cards a little bit. But at the same time, like, we're comparing a crypto currency to, you know, credit cards. So it's kind of defeating the purpose a little bit there, but you can see that it's not that much more than the crypto, you know, than the credit cards. Now, if we go look at, you know, Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff, you know, Bitcoin's using 46.6 million metric tons of CO2, Ethereum 2.73. You know, it's only a matter of time before, you know, mining and stuff like that does get banned. And yeah, sure, it will probably push the price of Bitcoin up. But if governments are banning it to the point where, like, you won't be able to buy or sell, then what's the real point of holding it if the price is sky high on it? So, gas consumption by the gallon. We could kind of read more about this if you guys want. But like I said, I'm kind of more here towards, you know, the actual project overview. We already know that it's a green crypto. We don't really need to read too much about it. So, Partners in Sustainability, Energy Web Foundation, Rocky Mountain Institute, and REBA. So yeah, we know that the XRP ledger is green. We know that it's something that's not going to get banned just because, hey, it's using too much power or anything. We already know that it's great. If we want to learn more, we can. So this kind of just answers the question about what is XRP, the benefits of XRP compared to Bitcoin, which is something that's pretty cool. We got 0.5 per transaction, 500 seconds to settlement, 3 transactions per second, which when you're really comparing these two, it's kind of just night and day. And then 100 billion XRP based on historic daily averages. 9.1 million XRP has been destroyed through the transaction execution process. So finite supply of XRP. XRP can be sent directly without needing a central intermediary, making it a convenient instrument in bridging two different currencies quickly and efficiently. It is freely exchanged on the open market and used in the real world for enabling cross-border payments and microtransactions. Unlike Bitcoin, there is a finite amount of XRP. All XRP is already already in existence today, 100 billion in total. And then if we come down here, it kind of tells you how the XRP ledger works. Like I said, you can pretty much read into all of this a little bit more, but if you guys want, I could kind of just skim through it. So the XRP ledger is an open source technology in which anybody can build. The XRP ledger is maintained by a global XRP community, a diverse set of participants composed of software engineers, server operators, and validators. The XRP ledger uses a consensus protocol in which validators come to an agreement on the order of XRP transactions every 3 to 5 seconds. The agreement serves as the final and irreversible settlement. Transactions are executed in a deterministic order to prevent double spending and malicious activity. Unlike other blockchain, transaction fees are destroyed as part of transaction execution. The XRP ledger adjusts fees in your real time to respond to network conditions with the twin goals of maximizing transaction throughput while keeping transaction fees as low as possible. All servers in the network process each transaction according to the same rules, and any transaction that follows the protocol is confirmed as soon as validators reach a quorum. So, pretty much kind of self-explanatory, kind of just telling you how they're executed, and pretty much that the fees are kind of destroyed. 9.1 million has already been destroyed. They kind of give you that. Anyone can operate a validator. Currently, over 150 validators are active on the ledger, operated by universities, exchanges, businesses, and individuals. You can kind of get technical with it too. They kind of do a transparent thing, like similar to HBAR, which I love. So why is XRP so useful? XRP is fast, low cost, sustainable, and scalable. Those key ones are always mentioned. It is the key to fueling growth and realizing the true potential of our global economy, the internet of value. And they kind of pretty much tell you like what I just read previously, but we'll kind of dive into it a little bit more. Many businesses are building on the XRP ledger, pursuing powerful use cases in decentralized finance, micropayments, gaming, web monetization, and more. Additionally, Ripple, the technology company, is focused on building a network and infrastructure that leverages XRP to powerful, faster, more affordable cross-border payments around the world. Individual consumers can use XRP to move different currencies around the world. For example, through wallets and exchanges that use PayID, anyone can use XRP or any currency, be it fiat or digital assets, to easily make purchases across any payments network. So pretty much, at the end of the day, if you do hold XRP, it will almost be like holding money in a bank without the idea of dealing with it, updating the next day. Because currently right now, even my bank account, if I spent money today, it won't show until tomorrow. With XRP, if you make a payment, it's going to show pretty much in 3 to 5 seconds, which is great. So overall, they're kind of beating the bank at this point. Developers. By building on the XRP ledger, developers can easily integrate payments into their products seamlessly, putting money at the center of their applications. Projects like the Ripple X developer platform are making it easier for developers to leverage XRP. Then again, fast, low cost, scalable, sustainable, real. Yeah, so XRP is one of the only digital assets with a proven real world use case, cross border payments. Again, kind of like their key thing. Now, this is kind of not updated just yet, but I think, in my opinion, once we get clarity, a lot of these exchanges are going to want to relist it. And if you're not already in, which Uphold is my source of buying it, I know it's not it's not an exchange that's really, smiles and happy faces, but it is an exchange that does carry it, and I do hold on there. I will definitely be moving it to one of these exchanges once they do relist it, and then from there, my ledger. But basically, I think once these, exchanges relisted, I think it's going to be at such a high price point. Like, it's going to be like $5 or something like that by the time it gets relisted on Coinbase and stuff. If I am wrong, I am wrong, but I think that a lot of people are going to be buying at those high prices, and you're kind of going to miss the boat on like a 47-cent XRP. So, what is the relationship between Ripple and XRP? Ripple is a technology company that makes it easier to build a high-performance global payments business through its platform, RippleNet. XRP is a digital asset independent of this and is used in Ripple's on-demand liquidity service to facilitate efficient and cost-effective cross-border transactions. In December of 2017, Ripple placed 55 billion XRP into a cryptographically secured escrow account to support stable and healthy XRP markets. And then we kind of just have like XRP ledger for, the community by the community, which is great. I love that. But let's move on to ODLs, which is kind of like the RippleNet sort of thing that they're kind of doing, like I said. So free working capital with on-demand liquidity. So deliver instant cross-border payments without pre-funding. Innovative financial institutions are thriving with ODL. Azimo uses on-demand liquidity for faster international payments into the Philippines. And then, of course, a quote, Ripple's ODL solution has significantly reduced the cost and delivery time for cross-border transfers, and our customers are seeing the benefits. So, free up working capital and get ahead of the competition. Pre-funding accounts in destination markets ties up capital that you could put to work growing your business. Through the on-demand liquidity ODL service, RippleNet leverages the digital asset XRP as a bridge between two currencies, allowing you to eliminate pre-funding of destination accounts, reduce operational costs, and unlock capital. So, like I said, Liquid eliminate the need for pre-funding accounts, fast send payments instantly around the world, affordable, get best in market pricing on exchange rates. And then, again, they kind of have, a video from GoLance, and then they have the CEO talking about like, hey, why is it so good? And then how on-demand liquidity works. RippleNet customers can use XRP to bridge two currencies in as little as 3 seconds, ensuring payments are quickly sent and received in local currency on each side of the transaction. So, sender, XRP, receiver, beneficiaries, etc. So, it's pretty much that simple. So why use XRP? XRP is ideally suitable for global payments because it is quicker, less costly, more scalable, and sustainable than any other digital asset. Again, you guys can learn about it, but it's pretty much, the basics of ODL. It doesn't get much simpler than that. And then again, if you want to deep dive, they're pretty much going to tell you the same thing that we've been just reading. So, and then this is what I really wanted to talk about. So, basically, with Spark, because Flare is going to be huge, we kind of did I might make another video on Flare, because it's going to be something that's a little bit longer, but we're going to do a little skim through. So, the reason why I have this article up is because I want to talk to you guys about D-Flare, which we're going to be getting it for holding Flare. So, you held XRP, now you're getting Flare. If you hold Flare, you're getting D-Flare. Now, I know a lot of people in this space kind of laugh at these, airdrops. But if you guys held on to the uni airdrop that we got back in, I believe, September-ish, somewhere around there, that would be worth about $10,000 now. So, and that was only like, I think like, I want to say like 200 or something like that. So it was like something crazy, like such a small number, but it was worth that much just because of the price of uni has been thriving. But for Flare, you get what you were holding in XRP, and if Flare comes out at like $1.80 that it was trading at just the other day, that could potentially make a lot of people wealthier just by the airdrop alone. Now, D-Flare is going to come out for the holders of Flare, in which you're kind of making that money twice almost, because I think D-Flare is going to be just as big, if not bigger, than Flare itself. And I just kind of wanted to, let everybody know about, what we're going to be getting, and, we'll go into depth on that, but Flare is going to pretty much tell us, like, hey, you're going to just get it one by one just by holding it on an exchange and stuff like that. And you guys will, get sent something if you guys do hold it on like a cold wallet or something like that. I'm sure you will. If anything, you pretty much just go to Flare and they'll tell you like how to do that. So, yeah, I mean, this is Flare Networks Unlocking Value. This is from Monday, August 10th, 2020. This is about a 15-minute read. I'm not going to go in depth on this at all. Like, I'm actually not even going to really read too much of this just because, I mean, I don't really want to make this too long of a video. We're kind of at about, like, 40 minutes or so here. But realistically, if you're in XRP and were in XRP prior to, like, December-ish, then I would definitely read into this because you are getting Flare airdrop to you. And I think before you sell it or do anything with it, because I know like a lot of people are going to be selling it just because they're getting taxed on that money and they kind of want to sell and buy back lower. Do you? I just think that Flare is going to be massive, especially if you guys read about it and kind of do some research about it. I would definitely, suggest it because it's going to be pretty big. And I would definitely kind of look into, FXRP as well and kind of just do some extensive research on it. I'm not going to go too in depth at all on this. I'm kind of just letting you guys know, definitely read into Flare and do your research on it. And, it really kind of distinguishes against the idea of like, why does people believe in XRP so much? It's because, Flare is going to essentially streamline XRP's success as well. And even if Flare, pretty much outbeats XRP in price point and everything, you're still getting it for free if you held XRP during the snapshot and stuff. So it's kind of like icing on the cake, as well as like, the D-Flare project as well getting airdropped to us, which I think is also going to be a pretty big project. So next on the agenda, I kind of want to look at the price chart. So this is kind of looking at the price chart on a 1 week basis, and I really just kind of want to deep dive into what we're seeing here. So, we're really looking at this, point of like, hey, where are we going to go? Like, we see back here during the 2017 to like, 2018 bull run of XRP almost hitting, $3.50, and we're kind of trading at 47 cents with our high about like, almost 79 cents. So where do we see this going? Why is $10 to $13 such a key aspect here? And realistically, we're just kind of following, what we see back here and kind of doing, the same thing over here. So if we kind of do a bars pattern from, I guess we could do it from here, kind of just up. Now, again, this is kind of just bare minimum. So if we do the same run up here, which I think, from 2017 to 2018 and to even now, there's been a lot more money coming into this market than we've ever thought possible. Bitcoin at $60,000, that's something that was never really thought of happening. I think like when we hit $10,000, I think a lot of people were thinking like, dude, that's a stopping point. Like we're not going higher than that. But now we have, institutional money coming into the game. And I think XRP is one of those that we're going to see something similar to this run up. So I just think it's going to be a lot more than what we're seeing. Like, I wouldn't be surprised by seeing something similar to this, because even if we go back to, back here to the bull run on a bigger scale, so something like this. If we go from the bottom of 2017, so we'll go from when it just started. So back in, we could even do like February, because it kind of stood still here at like about 6 cents or so, like even less than a cent at some points. We'll do a run up of what that is in percentage gain. So that was about a 34,000% gain from these price points down here to here. Now, do I think that we're going to go up 34,199%? It's something that I don't know what's going to really happen. I just have this target here at like 10 to 13 being a safe point, just because we've seen $3 and like 35 cents being a high back there when there wasn't as much money in the market. Now, a gain up here would only be about 5,000%, give or take. If we did do a 30,000 gain, I mean, we would be at like over $100. Now, do I believe that we could go to $100? Yeah, sure, I do. I mean, I really do. In long term, I think once, we are adopted, once we get regulatory clarity, I think that's definitely going to be, a key point where we could get to, that 30,000 range, which would put us about at like $85. I think we could hit $100. It's not going to happen easily or over, the course of this year or anything like that, but I think that's something that could definitely be a possibility. The reason why I think that, $13 or like $10 to $13 is a safe bet is because we've seen it be so suppressed for so much time. A lot of people that are holding XRP are getting kind of annoyed with it. If you guys are, in this market for some time, thinking like, hey, we're going to see gains like overnight. And we also kind of see things where we're seeing, a high dip, and everybody's just like, hey, XRP went up like 10%, time to watch it go back down 10%. I think it's one of those assets that are suppressed for so long that it just kind of consolidates, and then we see that huge run up that's just completely face melting, where we're going to see like a lot of FOMO come in. And especially if it gets regulatory clarity, I think that $13 is like kind of just bare minimum, in my opinion. But, we've seen it consolidate initially before a run up, and then we kind of just went down. People probably sold here, just taking their gain, and then we kind of just went over, consolidated a little bit more, and then just a major run up to that all-time high where a lot of people were just kind of just FOMOing in, probably about like here and even up here, thinking that, hey, it's going to just keep going before we just came down, a collapsing fall down. So, do I personally believe that XRP could go to $10 to $13? That's my target points. I'll take profit there, but I will continue to hold XRP just because I think overall, just by doing the extensive kind of research just via this video, kind of just going into a little bit depth, just not kind of fully diving in, but doing what I could do in terms of just a video, I honestly see us going to, $50 plus in time if everything kind of works out the way, perfectly, I suppose, would be the word for it. if we do get regulatory clarity, if the project does get fully released and adopted in, which it already has gotten adopted by many of these, financial institutions, then I don't see a problem with XRP hitting, even triple digits. So, why do I believe that $10 to $13 is a good price point for XRP? I think that's kind of just being, fair. I think that's a fair price point because once we get over this $3 and like 40 some cents, give or take, I think that we could really see a price discovery that's unseen in any market. You know, it, Realistically, once we hit that all-time high and surpass it, you're going to see a lot of people FOMOing in, that's been waiting to see this project really rise. This is the rising phoenix that everybody calls it. And, that all-time high is not too far away. I mean, realistically, yeah, it's about $3 away, but $3 really isn't much when we are in a bull market. And if this project could get regulatory clarity, I mean, $3 is going to look like pennies to what the price could really be. The first crypto to get regulatory clarity, being a financial institutional, crypto where it's for banks, it's not made for the retail investor. This could be an asset that does really create, income for a lot of individuals where they're looking for that financial freedom, they're looking for that generational wealth. This could be that asset. I mean, in my opinion. Now, does that mean that it's going to $1,000? No. In due time, do I see it going to $1,000? Possibly. It could, but I think that will take a lot of time. At $1,000, we're looking at, a $55 trillion market cap. Now, if it's widely adopted, if it's getting adopted by government use, it's pretty much the world reserve digital currency, then yeah, I mean, $1,000 could definitely be happening. It could be something that does happen. But, I'm not going to show you guys, what if or just possibilities. I'm going to kind of show you guys, realistic stuff, which is, hey, I do see it going to $10 to $13. I think that's a safe point. I think that's a safe price point. Now, a lot of people will look at that and say, hey, that's outrageous. I just think $10 to $13 is generous. I think we could see $25. I think that we could see $30, but I think that's just the real target, which is like right here. I think that's a really good point where I would be taking some profit, definitely. Now, I'm not going to be all out. I will definitely take my, my profit and kind of run with it a little bit, but I'm not going to take my full stack out at all. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I love what Ripple's doing. I love the XRP project. I love the XRP, team. I just think that overall, we could definitely see a lot of potential in this project, a lot of potential in the team. And I just overall believe in this project. I believe in the team. I think we could definitely win this lawsuit. And from there, I really believe that we're going to see something that's better than fireworks on the 4th of July. I think it's going to be absolutely massive. But that's just my opinion. Definitely do your own research. Never just invest on speculation. Kind of just really invest some time before you invest some money into projects, because that's the best sort of advice I could give you, is kind of just do your research, do the time, and at the end of the day, you'll make money if you do it the smart way. Anyways, guys, this is Nick. I appreciate all the support lately. I really didn't imagine the channel growing as fast as it has. I haven't realized, I really haven't sat down and realized, oh my god, we were at over 2,000 views on the last video. We hit almost 5K followers on Twitter, and this is only the start, guys. I'm gonna do a lot of in-depth kind of analysis on some of these projects, kind of go in depth on a few that a lot of people have been letting me, know about and kind of asking me about. So we'll definitely go into that. But nonetheless, guys, this is Nick. I hope that you guys have an incredible day, an incredible night, wherever you are in the world. I hope that you have an amazing day and night. We're so close, guys. We are so close to freedom. So with that being said, it's to the moon, guys. I hope that you all have a great day and hope that you all have a great night. This is Nick. Peace out, guys.